My mission is simple, to make you money. I'm here to level the playing field for all investors. There's always a bull market somewhere, and I promise to help you find it. Mad Money starts now. Hey, I'm Cramer. Welcome to Mad Money. Welcome to Cramer. To my friends, I'm just trying to make you a little money. My job's not just to entertain, but to explain what the heck is going on. So call me 1-800-743-CNBC. Tweet me at Jim Cramer. Did you ever wonder why more people haven't become millionaires from owning stocks? I'm sure you have. And I'm going to tell you why. ASML Holdings. That's why. I know that on another great day where the Dow jumped 338 points, S&P gained 0.47%, and the Nasdaq advanced 0.28%, you're probably wondering, what the heck is Cramer talking about with ASML? In fact, what the heck is ASML? That keeping people from making big money in the market? Was that what it does for a living? No. Now, look, I don't mean to insult the 42,000 people who work at this incredibly good Dutch semiconductor equipment maker. ASML is at the forefront of what's known as affordable shrink, meaning, and I quote from their annual, the ability to make smaller, more energy-efficient transistors at the right price. Smaller transistors translate directly into better, more powerful, less heated chips. Very important technology, which is why ASML gave a horrendous forecast yesterday, something it did actually by mistake. They got the date wrong for the release. Lots of investors figured that it must be game over for the semiconductor stocks themselves, as ASML stock has plummeted from $872 to $683 over the last 2 days. It was natural to assume that such a huge shortfall must be the result of the weakness across the board from all of its clients. While ASML is relatively unknown versus the American semiconductor equipment companies Applied Materials, KLA, Lam, Research, that just made it even more mysterious and thus inscrutably terrifying. I give you the elongated introduction because once this company spoke somewhat incoherently, I might add, the world caved in for the semis. This just happened yesterday. It got obliterated. Every one of the chip stocks, including the ones involved with artificial intelligence, was crushed. Doesn't matter that ASML said they're still getting tons of orders from companies that make AI-related chips. It was the one bright spot they had. No one believed anything was any good here because the guidance was so horrible. And you know what we say? The guidance is, well, the guidance. No matter. The instant reaction, a plethora of stories about how to play the end of the semiconductor bull market. That's right, the end, because it was dying. There were many money managers and writers falling all over each other just at the close of yesterday, at the closing bell, to write the definitive obituary for this group, even as it's less of a group than more of like a parliament of owls that's somehow been combined with a pride of lions, two very different beasts. As I watched and listened, I said to myself, this terrible miss by some abstruse Dutch outfit is going to make people to miss out on what could be the next leg of a powerful semiconductor rally, fueled by the wall of worry and skepticism that's being built right in my face. In short, ASML and negative one-off stuff, just like it, are the reasons why I have to say, Nvidia, own it, don't trade it. All the time I say it, because people cannot withstand the fusillade of negativity like we had yesterday coming from commentators who really don't know anything about Nvidia, except that you're supposed to panic. You're supposed to sell. And even if it's down 5, you've got to leave, because that means the rally's over and it's time to call it a day. Last night I told you this was the height of idiocy, but nobody cares that I say that. And I guess that's because I've been saying it since Nvidia was at $2 and now it's at $135. No credibility for me, because I'm not trying to scare you. Sure enough, today Nvidia comes right back up, this time without all the timid summer soldiers and sunshine patriots, thank you Thomas Paine, who got blown out yesterday. Only those who stuck to their guns or simply ignored the ASML news, maybe out of genuine ignorance, managed to hang on. What was happening at the exact moment that people were squeezing into the exits because of ASML? NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang, a man with boundless energy, was giving a speech at the Lenovo Tech World Conference. How did we miss that one? Where he said that, quote, NVIDIA would like to achieve essentially superhuman productivity, end quote. He told the enthralled crowd, quote, this is going to be the largest of industrial revolutions we've ever seen. And we're seeing in the last 12 months or so just an extraordinary awakening in every single industry, every single company, every single country, end quote. So on the one hand, we have the punch-drunk ASML and its cornermen shouting, get out now, throw the towel, even as ASML said AI chips are doing great. And on the other hand, we have the redoubtable Jensen Huang, the man who almost single-handedly kickstarted the AI revolution, telling you how the world is being reinvented. Jensen's not sitting there trying to figure out how to dump his stock. In fact, he probably isn't thinking about the stock at all. In fact, he told me he never thinks about it. He's just hoping that the company that manufactures his chips, Taiwan Semi, can get enough machines from, yes, ASML in order to scale up production. ASML is the only outfit that supplies the key machines to make these highly advanced chips that are really in short supply. You need that equipment to make chips with tremendous speed because, as Jensen says, quote, speed is sustainability, speed is performance, speed is energy efficiency, end quote. I don't think the need for speed is going away. In fact, it's only going to increase, especially when tech companies and utilities are fiercely trying to put up nuclear power plants to meet the energy demands of Nvidia chips. You see the utility index was the leader today? Now, there's one issue with nuclear power, by the way. These plants won't be ready for 6 or 7 years. They better hurry up because everyone else has concluded that the huge ASML shortfall from yesterday means the entire semiconductor industry is dying or it is dead already. Yep, when you see Amazon announcing a nuclear deal today, do you just think, oh, what a bunch of bozos they are? Don't they know that ASML is telling you to pull up your tent? Do you think Amazon's as stupid as Google and Microsoft, both of which are signing long-term nuclear deals? Are they just a bunch of hyperscaling clowns? I think it's more likely that the people who dumped the AI-related chip stocks yesterday are the clueless ones. Look, there's a stunning lack of comprehension about how NVIDIA and artificial intelligence work. You can't just order 100,000 Blackwell chips, the latest and greatest NVIDIA product, and be done. They're packed with software, and as Jensen told me, software never dies. As long as there are new inventions and new uses for computer power, there'll be more need for these chips, and you can attach them to the software no matter what the iteration. You just have to keep buying them because you have to keep up. Right now, we have revolutions just starting in healthcare, manufacturing, climate change, cybersecurity, autonomous driving, and even robots. AI-powered revolutions that are about 18 months old. That's all. Is the party really over if the revolutions just began? Hey, I heard a couple of hedge fund managers say that it's bad for NVIDIA. And they have to be right because they're rich, right? Isn't that how it works? Right? They're rich, so therefore they're smart. They're therefore they're right, so sell NVIDIA. So, yes, call me jaded. Say I drink the Kool-Aid at NVIDIA's headquarters, maybe with a hit of my wife's mezcal. By the way, I didn't see any water fountains there, but there was a bar with tables made of slabs of giant tree trunks. But just understand that when a company as poorly communicative as ASML is able to point out that its business that goes into AI, the one that's for the parliament of owls, not the pride of lions, is still strong, maybe, just maybe, they really mean it. Of course, the show will end tonight, and you'll say, what was that guy Cramer screaming about Nivea cream? I mean, I saw an ad that said everyone with half a brain or 2 brains or whatever is a seller of Nvidia, so what the heck, count me out. But here's the bottom line, people. It's because those people who watched all that stuff want to be counted out that they haven't made millions of dollars in the stock market, millions of dollars. If you just ignored the constant negativity, NVIDIA alone could have given you a monster. Get this, write this down, 32,000% total return in the past decade, most of which we caught on mad money. I think it's still got juice, which is why I always say, NVIDIA, own it, don't trade it. Ann in Indiana. Ann.
Jim, thanks for taking my call. So grateful that you brought up conviction during the club call today. So I'm hoping you could chat about that in reference to Berkshire B shares, because I'm wondering after the club call today, maybe I'm a little heavy in financial stocks and I could lighten up on Berkshire B, but maybe it's
no, I don't want you to do that. I don't want, first of all, Ann, thank you for the comments. Thank you for being on the club call. Jeff Marks thanks you too. Do not lighten up on Berkshire B. And by the way, that company is more levered to natural gas than it is to anything else. It does have a big cash position, levered to insurance. But Warren Buffett has put together an amazing enterprise, and I am urging you to hold on to that and let it run. Now I want to go to Sam in my old home state of Pennsylvania. Sam.
Jim, how are you?
Sam, I'm doing real well. How about you?
I'm all right, Jim, but I got to tell you, I am concerned about Snowflake. You know, this is an environment where a company like Snowflake should be doing well given the AI spend and what they do with data and warehousing. But the company, trading at 14 times sales, has yet to prove itself as to why it's trading at such a high valuation. We're looking at negative earnings growth over the next year, and free cash flow is negative. The only thing that seems to be growing here is stock-based comp. What do you think?
Sam, I got to tell you, I think you're very right. I mean, look, I think Sridhar Ramaswamy is doing a good job, but everything you said is true. You've got to put up good numbers in this market if you're going to have this stock go higher, and it's not They have to put up a very big 2026, not just, I know 2025, I don't think they can do it, but 2026. And then I think you'll be able to say, you know what, I want to get in ahead of that. But until then, I agree with Sam. I think it's very, very tough. All right, so listen to me, people. I'm sorry I'm a little fired up about this. I had my club call today, and I'm just a little upset because I saw it happen last night, and I knew it was going to unravel. If you're able to ignore the negativity surrounding stocks, I think you'll be able to generate the kind of returns that just crush your paycheck. And that's what I want you to do. Just take the negativity facing Nvidia. You've been able to tune it out. Think about what you could have done in your life. On Mad Money tonight, earnings season is in full swing with the big banks kicking off the action. I also find it important to check in with some of the smaller regional players to get a closer look at the corners of our country because there's real money being made there too. So don't miss my post-earnings exclusive with First Horizon. Then we just celebrated the 2-year anniversary of this bull market. So could the positive trend continue? I'm going off the charts to find out. And there are 2 stocks levered to investment banking and capital markets that I continue to be intrigued here. I'll reveal the names and share whether the positive momentum could continue. So stay with Cramer.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on X. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadMentions. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.